And we are live again. Hello, hello, everyone. I'm Fernanda and I have Nuno here.
Hello.
And we are still talking about different aspects of asanas, doing asanas, what to do during asanas, and so on. And today we're going to pick one specific subject that is the mentalization and the location of consciousness during the execution of our body techniques. We are, as you know, talking about the Rose method, the most ancestral way to train.
Correct.
Yay! And I could speak a little bit, but we know that we have Nuno here, and he is a specialist and also a passionate about the subject, body techniques, about the asanas. We know that he loves it, he's really good at it, and he likes to go deep and to study and to feel and to understand. And I know that mentalizations and location of consciousness is one of the techniques that you pay a special attention during your personal practice and during your classes.
Correct.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Very good. So the first thing is to put into context. So I think a couple of weeks ago we talked about the different details of what asana is, position, breathing, and inner attitude.
Yes.
And mentalization was part of the inner attitude. It was actually localization of consciousness, mentalization, and bhava, that passionate effort that we have. And so that means is not an additional thing, it is part of the asana.
It's
when we learn
deeper in one of the aspects.
Yeah. So when we learn, it seems like we are adding a new tool, a new way to make the practice better. But then it makes part of the practice.
Yes.
You learn it kind of separately, and then it blends into, say, oh, yes, it is part of asana. And mentalization is, I like it a lot in Portuguese because the word in Portuguese is the combination of mental action. And it is what it is, a mental action. So that means I'm going to do something in my mind while doing asana. Okay. One of the ways that I like to train is to kind of zoom in and do the mentalization there.
Okay.
Imagine I'm doing some flexibility position. I notice that like I have a stiff muscle or so, and so I put my attention there, and I can imagine the tissues, the fibers of the muscle stretching, relaxing and stretching. And as a group, the whole muscle will stretch. And then because this muscle is part of my body, I become more flexible.
Nice.
Okay. Instead of doing that same position, thinking about the grocery list, what's for dinner, okay, what email I need to do. If I do that, I'm losing quality for my practice.
Yes.
Okay. To give an example, I'm gonna grab here my foot. I'm gonna extend the leg up, and most of us are going to feel
correct,
hamstrings stiff. Okay, the back of your thighs. If I'm just holding and pushing, I don't know, and just trying to be flexible, but I'm mindless
and thinking rice, beans, lettuce, tomato.
I still have that email to reply and this report to do. You lose it.
Yes.
You lose a lot of the quality of the position, the way that you're going to evolve, and even you can injure yourself,
of course,
because you're not there.
Yeah.
Okay. But that same position, oh, I got it. So localization of consciousness.
It's the first part.
First thing, it creates the link between your brain and that part of your body.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So it's here that I need to put more attention. And now I can imagine the muscles stretching.
Mhm.
Oh, I can feel how I
Mhm.
can relax, I can make them stretch, and I can improve my flexibility, and so on, and make the asana mindful, full in terms of all the characteristics. This is a way very organic to do mentalization is feel, zoom in, and apply your mental actions there where it needs the most.
Mhm.
Okay?
Yeah.
And it is a very interesting way of doing that. But sometimes it is complex. Sometimes our muscles are positions that we cannot identify who is calling what and okay. So basically, if it is a position that requires strength, you can mentalize an orange light over the muscles.
Okay.
If it is a flexibility position, big chance to use the sky blue light over those muscles. Okay? And you can imagine like a light, a spotlight, like an orange spotlight on the muscle. Okay? Or you can imagine as a balm, like tiger balm, or no? But you use one which is blue for flexibility and you use another one which is orange for strength. Both work. Okay?
Yeah.
And that way is more of a zone, a part of the body, not just I'm not sure if this is a joint, if this is a tendon, or if it. So if you're not sure, or if it's hard for you to go that deep on zooming in, imagine that orange light or sky blue light to boost the performance of the asana that you're doing while you are doing asana. Okay? These ones are kind of the most popular ones, but I have a few others. You want to add something?
Yeah, I was thinking that when we started talking about asanas, we said that they should be conscious, they should be static, and so on. It's not working,
Yeah,
right?
just turned off.
Okay.
No worries.
So it should be. I saw you looking at it. Uh, it should be when we say it should be conscious, bringing the attention to the area helps us to be conscious about the execution of the asana or anything that we are doing. And if you are not connected to your body, you're not mindful of what's happening during your practice. So you're not entirely there. Sometimes when we study part of the philosophy that composes this ancestral training, or when we are working, studying with different aspects, they seem to be, as you were talking, different things or parallel. But when you learn a little bit about anything, you see that they are layers that you are putting in your practice. And the mentalization is one of the layers. When you are a beginner, you are going to try to hold the position and then to breathe and
I think it's working here. Yeah.
now should be working. And then we are practicing, and the longer you do your practice and you will evolve, you add layers to your practice. So a new person or someone that doesn't know what we are doing, we can have Nuno, and by Nuno's side, someone really new, his first practice. And from the external point of view, you are going to do the same thing. But when we go deeper, we see that there are layers, and probably in your first practice or this beginner is in the first two layers, and we are way deeper. And I really like to understand that, because okay, this is check, check, check. Okay, now I'm going to do the mentalization. You know, when you study martial arts, the people that really understand it say the black belt, it's not the end, it's the beginning. And it's kind of the same thing, like when you reach the position and it's comfortable, it's still, it's aesthetic, that's not the end, that's the beginning. And then at this beginning the transformation starts to happen, and the mentalization is part of these deeper transformations. And one of the most beautiful things, and my opinion as well, is that when you do the mentalization, you are training your body, because it's not all about, even though the subject is the body techniques, we are not talking about only the body techniques. And when you are doing the body techniques, you are training your brain as well. You are doing the mentalization, what are going to be my next steps? And I think I heard you saying about the next steps. You want to go there?
Yes. That's another way that I like to use mentalization to create a progress in my asana, and also the way that I teach is, whoops, you got it?
Yay!
And to think about the next variation. It gives me a sense of kind of small milestones that I say, okay, I'm in this possible variation of one asana, but I know the next steps, or I have a vision of achieving this one will unlock the progress to that other one, and then to that other one, and create kind of a staircase of progress. And that one I really like. Let me give an example. Okay, flexibility. Okay, that is an interesting one. If you are doing the pelvic opening that we call Upavishta Konasana, sometimes people are not flexible enough, but most of them can reach the hands on the floor. It seems, okay, this is step 0. Okay, this is my starting point. Okay, and then if you keep training, next step will be elbows on the floor. So it means your hands need to go further, flex the elbows, and then the elbows down on the floor. After that, you spread your elbows, one hand over the other, forehead over your thumbs, and point your thumbs up. And then one hand over the other, palms facing down, forehead on your hands, then on the floor, then your chin, then your chest, then your abs. And so it goes, creating kind of a chart of progression to evolve and not just stay here. Like if you start your journey and you're not flexible, say, that guy is down there and I'm up here. It seems like a huge gap, like from my initial non-flexible body to an extremely flexible body. How can I do it in parts? Do it slowly, divide, organize. That helps, okay? But at the same time, that can encourage you, have a role model and say, I want to do that. I want to be able to go there at least forehead on the floor. Okay? Probably going to take some years of training, because this kind of flexibility takes time. Because of the way that we teach, that we don't force, we don't stress, we use it in a natural, kind of almost like an organic way of evolving. It's going to take some time to go down. Down on the floor. Okay.
I just remember when I was 15 and I used to do my practices with my good friend Danny, that you know, and we were doing that position, and I remember that we were celebrating because it was just 2 palms away from the floor.
See? And it's so interesting, 2 palms and 1 palm.
Exactly.
And so it goes. It's so interesting to create these kind of milestones, and then we celebrate. It's a milestone.
It is.
Yes. And it's beautiful to see, like in a big group of students, each one will have their own evolution. their timing will be different.
Yeah.
But then there's one celebration here, another celebration there, then another one there, then another one there, and it's amazing. Amazing.
It is. I really like to do the practices with a group.
Mhm.
Even though it's an online group, I always prefer to follow another teacher
Mhm.
than to do it by myself. I like this connection that is created during the practice. I really like it.
And we always learn something, right?
Yeah. Of
Always.
course.
Yeah.
Okay, and any other mentalization suggestion or
Yeah.
experience that you have?
Mhm. I said the role model, it is something that is inspiring. Okay. It's kind of building your good references. I always touch this element that we should live our lives to collect good references so we can become better at something. Okay, better professionals, for example. And so when you see someone doing something that you like, use that as a role model. Say, oh, I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to practice that way. And that really helps just to say sometimes for this position that I was previously, from what I have in mind, from my role model, I still haven't accomplished.
Wow.
Okay, I've been practicing for more than 20 years, and I still haven't accomplished the goal that's in my mind because of a role model that I have. Nice. One of my teachers that had really good flexibility, the way that she performed that position, and the level of comfort, because that's the thing. It's not just doing, but doing, struggling a little bit is one thing, but doing it with that amount of comfort, I say, I still have a few years ahead to reach that kind of performance, like really flexible, beautiful aesthetics, and comfortable. Not just because I can do it for a few seconds and then release. No, it is with the amount of comfort that is mind-blowing for me till today. So I still have that role model. I still have that image in my mind. And every time I do that position, I think I'm going
this is the direction.
To this direction to achieve that level of comfort in this position.
Yes, maybe in the next 20 years. You're gonna be there.
I don't think we need to rush. So if it takes 30, I'm okay.
Nice. Very good. Very good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything else about the subject?
Yes, there's a few details that are important to observe when we do mentalizations. They need to be positive.
Yes.
Okay? Because sometimes images, colors can be complex. And so we do mentalization that goes against us. It's so hard. I'm not flexible. Oh, I don't have the strength.
Yeah.
When you do that inner dialogue that you actually are talking to yourself, it is a way of mentalization, but then your brain doesn't like the no thing.
Yeah, it doesn't like absorb, it doesn't understand the no, right?
Yeah. So even when it's hard, mentalize with a positive message. Like say, you're about to say it's difficult. Say, I'm becoming stronger.
Yeah.
Okay, and you change the wording to become a positive message. Even if you start by that, if your mentalization just starts with words, expressions, when dealing with the position, do it in a positive way. Yeah. And this way, you are working in that direction to improve. Okay. And another important detail is this combination of being present. Okay. You're doing one asana. You're doing with the correct alignment, everything like check, position, check, breathing, awesome. But you're thinking about something else.
And the teacher cannot correct you. It depends just on you.
Yeah, it's on you. That's it. That part is on you.
Yeah.
But when you do it, it's good.
It is.
When you don't, you miss. And you miss
The
a
whole
big
point.
portion of your evolution.
True.
Okay?
True.
And this applies to people with a lot of strength and with a lot of flexibility as well.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking with Ladi, giving an example. I have one of my students, she has hyper flexibility on her joints. So she needs to use localization of consciousness and mentalization in a different way to save her body of injuries.
Yeah.
Because when you are hyper flexible, you can sprain an ankle, a wrist, or whatever. It's very easy to go beyond the 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
And so that training of mentalization is different, is protective.
Mm-hmm.
I need to listen to my body. Stay here. Here is good. If you go further, it's not so good. Stay here. Mentalize. You are
getting stronger
to protect your joints in this case. Okay.
Yeah.
Or just because you're tough and you can do like a plank for 1 hour.
Yeah.
You physically can do it, but if you're thinking about something else, you're losing it. Yeah. You can become even stronger if you do the right mentalization.
Yeah.
Holding a long plank, for example. So even if you're highly skilled, continue to use mentalizations because it is mindfulness training.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Okay. There was also this example. If people think that this is kind of woo-woo, okay, or hard to believe, if I'm not wrong, it was the University of Chicago did a really nice experiment with basketball players. And they divided the group in 3. One group did nothing, no trainings for a period of time. In that same period of time, another group keep training to get the ball correctly. And then the third group did the same, but without the ball. So they did a mental training only for the same period of time. Mm-hmm. And then they measured the progress after that interval to see the results of progress. Okay. Those who did nothing, they didn't progress. Okay. So they scored the same. Mm-hmm. The ones that actually train with the ball, they improve their performance for 24%.
Wow.
The ones who mentalize, 23%.
The same.
It's a tie.
The same, yeah.
It's the same. So to understand that doing or mentalizing, they are both powerful to progress, to create progress, right? If you combine them, wow, imagine, right?
They could have done with a 4th group.
Yeah, doing with the both trainings, right?
Yeah.
But this is a very interesting scientific way to demonstrate that mentalization is so powerful, because if it wasn't, their improvement should be closer to the ones that did nothing.
Yeah.
And it was way closer
yeah.
to the ones that actually were training with a ball.
Yeah.
I hope this encouraged people to understand that is not woo-woo. It is damn interesting to use it when you're doing stuff. And if it's asana, do it with mentalization.
And it's how our brain works, that if you are doing something or if you are mentalizing, the brain absorbs the same way. It's the same experience, doing or mentalizing.
Yeah. The message that comes from the brain is kind of the same. One reacts to muscles, the one reacts to imagination, through imagination.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But the source of information is the same.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's amazing. So even though it's a very subtle subject, because we cannot demonstrate very easily, but we can demonstrate how effective it is. So do it when doing asana, when you're doing also physical exercise, you can always use positive mentalizations to boost your progress.
And beyond that, take care with how you feed your brain with your thoughts, because if they are so powerful, we need to pay attention on what we are mentalizing in our daily lives, not just in our yoga mat.
Yes, correct. Right? Yes. Transposing that to real life. Spot on.
Okay. No, thank you.
Thank
it's
you.
Just amazing to hear from you and the love that you have by this part of our practice, and how passionate, and to see and to understand how deep you go in your daily practice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you next week.
I think we have an invitation.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Tell me.
Trial, a 14-day trial in our platform, which has live classes. So real instructors on the other side of a Zoom call giving you these instructions and many more, so you can learn more about the Rose method in the platform called the Rose Meditation. So you're invited, 14 days free trial. You just fill a form with 3 things: your name, an email, your phone number, boom, and you can join the class immediately.
Wow.
Where to find the link? Down in the description. Go to the bio in our Instagram account at the Rose Meditation, and I'll see you online, right?
Yay. Have a mindful week.
Bye-bye.